Shri Parashakti Vidyala CBSE Class 8 Subject English.
Good morning, students. I am here again with yet another very interesting poem, The Ant and the Cricket, adopted from Aesop Fables. Do you know what is fables? Let me explain. A fable is a story which has animals as a main character that convey a moral. Aesop was a famous Greek fabulous storyteller who wrote fables. His entire collection's poem is known as Aesop Fables. The Ant and the Cricket. Now this poem, The Ant and the Cricket, is also one of the collections of Aesop Fables. In this poem, an ant and the cricket containing an idea of far-reaching significance, which is as true of four-legged cricket as of a two-legged one. Surely you have been seen a cricket that has two legs, the cricket which has four legs as obviously the insects, and the two legs which denote the humans. Students, I would like you to listen the poem again carefully while I am explaining it and understand the difficult words or poetic device as I am going to explain to you. Students, let me start our lesson. The Ant and the Cricket, adopted from Aesop Fables. A silly young cricket, accustomed to sing through the warm, sunny month of gay summer and spring. He began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and the winter was come. Not a crumb to be found on the snow-covered ground, not a flowers could he see, not a leaf on a tree. Oh, what will become, says the cricket of me. At last, by starvation and famine made bold, all dripping with wet and all trembling with cold. Away he set off a misery ant to see if to keep him alive he would grant him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain he wished only to borrow. He had repaid tomorrow. If not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. In the first stanza, listen the first stanza. A silly young cricket accustomed to sing. Underline that word accustomed. Accustomed, that you can see in the glossary, used to singing or in habit of singing. In the first stanza, the silly young cricket was fun loving and he loved merrymaking. He used to sing all through the pleasant sunny month of summer and spring. He was short-sighted. He did not bother to store the food for a rainy season and the cold winter. Next stanza. Not a crumb to be found on the snow-covered ground, not a flowers could he see, not a leaf on a tree. Oh, what will become, says the cricket of me. Not a crumb, underline that word crumb, a small piece of food. A small piece of food. The second stanza, when the earth was covered with ice and snow, that is snow season, okay. When the earth was covered with ice and snow, he found that he had nothing to eat. There were no flowers, no leaves on the trees. He grew nervous. The starvation could be seen over his face. Next. At last, by starvation and the famine, made bold, all dripping with wet and all trembling with cold, away he set off to a misery ant to see if to keep him alive he would grant. By the starvation, at last by starvation means hunger. Famine means, you can see in the glossary, scarcity of food, having nothing to eat. Starvation means hunger. Then trembling. Trembling means shivering. extreme cold, that time shivering. So in the next stanza, at last by starvation and famine made bold. By the hunger it made the cricket to bold, and he said he went to an ant to get the shelter and food. He went to ant house, and he expected some food and shelter. But the ant made it clear that he would not return or borrow the grain. He did not return and borrow any food item. The misery ant said humbly that he was a servant and a friend of cricket, but as matter of principle, the ant neither borrow or nor lend. He asked why he never bothered to store something for a rainy season, and he made it clear that he would not give the ant. An ant is made it clear that he would not give any food to cricket. To see if to keep him alive he would grant him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain. He wished only to borrow, he had repay it tomorrow. If not, he must die of starvation. After that, the cricket said that he would repay it tomorrow. You give me the food, I will repay it tomorrow. If you don't give it, Students, again the last stanza. To see if to keep him alive he would grant him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain. He wished only to borrow, he had repay it tomorrow. If not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. During the winter season, the cricket, because of the hunger, because of the starvation, the cricket come out from his home and ask the ant to give some food. But the ant refused to give any food to cricket. The cricket again explained that you need not give me it as a help. You give me it as a and asked her to. He wished to only to keep as a borrow. He will repay it tomorrow. The cricket say that if you give me the food, I will repay it tomorrow as a lend. If he doesn't, the cricket said that you doesn't give me any food, I will die of starvation. This is the summary of the last stanza. We will meet in the next class.